All right, and I'm live. Uh, so I increased the bitrate this time, so it shouldn't be too bad. For some reason, I don't know why I had it. The bitrate was like very low last time. Um, that I was streaming the podcast and also the news stream. Um, but yeah, it's been 2 weeks since the last POS news stream, and like I decided last time, I'm just gonna have these in between each podcast on Monday rather than doing them um every Friday, which I was going to end up doing. But yeah, it's going to be every other Monday in between the podcast. Um, so just to catch up on like different trailers and news stuff. Um, and some stuff we will talk about as well on the podcast. Like I think like next time, for next week we'll probably talk about the Kingdom Hearts animatic. Since both me and Saber watched that on stream. Um, But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff we can go over tonight. Well, not like a bunch of stuff, but like some big things we can go over tonight. There's a few trailers that I'll go over first. Not too many though. Um, as far as like too many like new ones or whatever. But we'll go over them. I do want to bring up some other stuff I've been doing though. Before we get started with the show. Um, and that is I've been streaming a lot more. Um, for the past 2 weeks, ever since the last POS news stream, I decided to like set up a schedule for streaming. Where on Mondays I stream on YouTube for either the podcast or the news stream, and then on the rest of the week during the weekdays, I'll do um streaming on Twitch, whether it's like gaming or watching something or doing something else with the chat. Um, and I'll bring up the schedule here. Um, but yeah, let's go over that first before we go into the actual news. Um, so I'm gonna change this over here real quick. So first things first. Yeah, my stream schedule. Um, like tonight's the POS news. Then on Tuesday and Thursday I'm gonna be doing Cult of the Lamb on Twitch. I'm gonna be doing a work stream on Wednesday. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna be working on as far as the video goes. I did put up a video today of my top 30 Cartoon Network cartoons over on the main channel. Um, and that was just me going over those different cartoons for something to put up something for the 30th anniversary. Because I wanted to do something for that. And then on Friday, I figured instead of doing what I was planning to do, which was something I was going to do with my friends, was a bracket fight type thing with the people who voted for the different 2010s cartoons, animated movies, anime, and video games. Instead of doing it with my friends, I was figuring that it would be fun to do it on Twitch and have people vote in each matchup with a poll for each matchup to decide the outcome. And I think that'd be fun. That's gonna be on Friday on Twitch. I think that should be a lot of fun. We're gonna start with the cartoons one. These were cartoons that were voted by everybody. There's like 64 different cartoons, 32 different matchups. And we'll see who wins that. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. And like I said with the work stream, I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna be working on. I might try to do a review of Hotel Transylvania 4 since I didn't do that when it came out earlier in the year, and it's like themed around Halloween, so might as well do Hotel Transylvania 4. Um, but the other thing I did last week, because I've been streaming for the last couple weeks, like during the week, mostly on weekdays. Sometimes I do it on the weekends, but I don't really announce it. Um, because this is like my plan schedule. Um, I got a PNGtuber. And I did a debut on Friday. And this is what it looks like when it's moving. So you can see it right here, and see how it reacts to my voice. It's very cool. The artist Tamiku on Twitter made this. You can see her handle there in the lower right of that that image. Um, but she did an excellent job on it. And I've been using this on Twitch. Because like on YouTube, I show myself on camera, but on Twitch, I didn't want to like, because every time I want to show myself on camera, like I wanna look like this, where I want to be clean shaven and everything. I don't want to do that every time on Twitch. That is like the main thing. That is the main reason why I got this PNGtuber. Just so I didn't have to look clean shaven every time. And also just to have something fun and reactive to my voice when I'm either gaming or talking about stuff. And I also have a little controller here where you can get the controller. So anyway, let me put that away for now, and then we'll go into some trailers for the news. So the first thing that was announced that we'll talk about is the Big City Greens the movie. They put out a trailer. This was announced at New York Comic Con, I believe. I've seen a bit of this show before. I haven't seen too much of it though. I need to like catch up on some of the Disney cartoons, but I did like it. From what I've seen. So this is gonna be like a TV movie on Disney Channel. But Big City Greens is like one of their ongoing cartoons at the moment. I think it's very funny, from what I saw of this cartoon. So it's nice that it's getting a movie. Even if it is just like a TV movie. Yeah, it is a great show. Not much to say about that other than like, oh yeah, the movie kind of trailer kind of looks like, oh yeah, it's just kind of like, you know, more the same for the show and everything. But that's one of the things that was announced at New York Comic Con. The next trailer is an original cartoon coming to Disney, and that is Kiff, about a squirrel, and it seems very Adventure Time like, except as far as like the way the movements are and everything. But kind of between that and I'm trying to think of like another cartoon it kind of looks like, because it kind of looks a little bit like Harvey Beaks as far as how that moves. But the thing about this one is that the main character is voiced by Kimiko Glenn, who is the voice of Izzy in A New Generation. So I do want to see it for that, because I love Kimiko Glenn. She's a great VA. But we'll see how it is. Soundboard says it looks bad, so we'll see when it comes out. I did not have a release date for this, I don't think. Says 2023. It comes out next year. And also the Big City Greens movie. That date's to be announced. The Harvey Beaks crew members have worked on Kiff. Okay, so yeah, I was right in my assumption that it kind of looks like it then. The next thing is Dragon Prince, season 4. I have not caught up with Dragon Prince because when I watched the first season, I wasn't too impressed by it. I didn't really think it looked that great, and I wasn't very interested much in the story. Though I do hear it gets better with the second and third season. So I'll have to look into it. I did watch this season 4 trailer. It seems like some other bigger things are going on. I don't know, like I said, I've only seen the first season, so I don't know the plot lines of like everything that's happening here. But yeah, the Dragon Prince season 4, that is coming out November 3rd, so the beginning of next month. Another thing that's coming out next month is going to be Wednesday, and it had like its full like trailer, because we had like the kind of setup in the last trailer and teaser, but now we have like the full trailer of like Wednesday going to this school called like Nevermore Academy or something, and it very much seems like a Tim Burton like Hogwarts almost, as far as like the way this school works. since this is a show by Tim Burton, it's like his take on the Addams Family. Um, and well, with a focus on Wednesday going to this school. Um, but it looks fun. Um, I haven't watched like too many Addams Family stuff other than the live action movies from the 90s and the new animated ones, which I'm not really that much of a fan of. But this looks fun though. Um, and it comes out November 23rd, which is actually on a Wednesday. So I saw some comments on this trailer saying like, you have no idea how satisfied I am that this is coming out on a Wednesday. So that should be fun. All right. I think, is this the last trailer? Okay, yeah, this is the last trailer on here. I watched this with Jax earlier because I hadn't seen the trailer yet. But it's not Silent Night, Violent Night. Where Santa goes into this house and there's this family that's being like held hostage or something for like their money, and Santa has to basically fight these guys, and they're like, wait a minute, this is the real Santa Claus, and he's like fighting us with like magic and stuff. It almost seems like it's funny because when I was talking to Jax about it, I was saying like, oh, this seems like a Christmas version of Die. Wait a minute. Like, because like Die Hard, like, takes place on Christmas. This seems like a very much more Christmas themed Die Hard, just with Santa. But yeah, Santa does kill people, and he's played by David Harbour in this, who is Hopper from Stranger Things. It's by Universal. I don't know if it comes out in theaters or it's just like on a streaming service or something. No, December 2nd in theaters. So it's gonna be in theaters. Say by the same people who made John Wick and Nobody? Really? Interesting. That's very weird. All right. Now let's go into some of the bigger stuff. And the first thing is Cartoon Network. So with the merger of Warner Brothers and Discovery, they're also consolidating some other things. And one of those things is Cartoon Network Studios with Warner Brothers Animation. And this was kind of misconstrued a little bit in saying that like, oh, that means Cartoon Network isn't a thing anymore. But no, it is. It's just like they're sort of like merging the two animation studios. And then I saw like on Twitter, because like Cartoon Brew kind of like did this thing with talking about it, and I saw like people that like actually work at Cartoon Network saying like, no, it's not dead. And even Cartoon Network themselves, like on their Twitter, posted, guys, we're not dead, we're just turning 30. So there was a bunch of stuff like coming out because of that, because like, yeah, Cartoon Brew was basically like jumping the gun, saying like, oh no, Network Studios isn't a thing anymore. Didn't say that exactly, but that was kind of like what it was implying by the article that they put up. They did lay off a ton of people. It is bad. But Cartoon Network itself is not gone. It's not gone. I don't think it's gonna be gone for a long time. It's still like a thing. And from this article, talking about the merger, the person who worked there was saying, it was David De Pascal. I think that's how you say his name. Is that addressed fans' worries and assured them that the worst case scenario hasn't come to pass. These are decisions that affect real people, studios, and jobs. I work there. You can stand by whatever you like, but you sensationalizing it and guiding people to extrapolate that Cartoon Network Studios is basically dead is really shitty, especially for those of you who still have a job there. Do better. And he's talking about Cartoon Brew there. Um, so yeah, it's not dead. It's just like it's part of another studio now. So yeah, it was crazy, like seeing that just like blow up on Twitter, saying like "Rip Cartoon Network" is like, no, Cartoon Network isn't gone. There's a lot of stuff that's been canceled or like moved or whatever. Um, I know that they did put up like reinstated a lot of the videos that were on Twitter and YouTube of cartoons that like you know were like deleted from the internet or whatever. Um, so a lot of that stuff is back up now. Hopefully it does happen for other things like Final Space, which we talked about last time. Um, so yeah, hopefully things do look better in the future for whatever happens to Warner Brothers Discovery. Who knows what's going to happen in the future. Uh, but right now they're just assuring that like, oh, um, Cartoon Network is still a thing. Like, yeah. Um, all right. Another thing that happened. Bayonetta's voice actor came out saying that uh she was offered $4,000 to voice Bayonetta in Bayonetta 3, and that was like the final offer that they gave to her. Um, that is not a lot for voicing a character in a game. Especially for like the main character. Um, there's still a lot we need to know about this. As far as like when the game comes out, is like certain things about the game, like how many lines Bayonetta has and everything. But he's still like a main character of a game. It's got to be a ton of lines. Um, but this seems like to be like another bad look on Platinum Games, because they've been going over the past few years. They've been going very doing some very weird decisions. Um, especially like earlier in the year when they had Babylon's Fall and it did very very badly. Um, and like with this is like, oh, this that's a very bad look. And also, after this happened, Hideki Kamiya, who is like I'm not sure if he's like the head of Platinum or like I know he's like the game creator of a lot of the games that Platinum publishes or develops. Nintendo does publish Beta 2 and 3. And I'm not sure how much of their involvement is with Bayonetta 3, because like they tend to be very hands off with Platinum. Platinum just makes the games, and then Nintendo publishes them. So I'm not sure if like Nintendo is going to do like a statement with Platinum, or if just Platinum's going to try to make a statement. But the whole thing with the Hideki Kamiya, he was being asked on Twitter about like, hey, what's up with this? And he was blocking a ton of people. And he was blocking so many people. The thing is, like, this isn't like an uncommon thing with Hideki Kamiya. There's like this ongoing thing on the internet about, oh yeah, I was blocked by Hideki Kamiya, and that's like a badge on the internet or whatever of being like blocked by Hideki Kamiya, because he blocks everybody, especially English users on the site, because he usually only interacts with people who speak Japanese on the site. Um, but for this, like, this just makes him look like an asshole. With people asking about like, oh, why is this like that? Because like the thing is, like, Bayonetta originally didn't have a Japanese voice. I think she only had an English voice. So this was the English voice actor. So yeah, I agree, Santos Lane. Like, I always thought the Hideki Kamiya blocking people thing, that just seemed like a sign to me, like, because people saying like, oh, he's quirky, he's weird, just blocking people, he does what he wants. But to me, I was like, no, that just makes him look like an asshole. And I've always kind of thought that. I just never spoke up about it because everybody had the opposite opinion. But for this, it's like, yeah, this makes you look really bad. But yeah, he was blocking like so many people that Twitter thought his account was a bot, and he got suspended. And yeah, I do feel bad for like both the original VA, Helena Taylor, and Jennifer Hale, because like Jennifer Hale's like, yeah, like Ryan says, between a rock and a hard place now, because like she's the new Bayonetta, and now it's like, oh, what's gonna go on here? Um, but another unfortunate thing, is that I don't think this is going to do much, as far as like Helena Taylor calling for people to boycott the game, because funny thing is that it actually rose in the charts on Amazon after this happened. I'm not sure how much it's going to sell, because like Bayonetta 2 and Bayonetta 1 don't have like that many sales, but this might end up being the best-selling Bayonetta, because it's late in the Switch's life cycle, and also it's an exclusive game to the Switch. So yeah, I'm not sure if it might do better than both Bayonetta 1 and 2. Well, we'll just have to see when it comes out. But yeah, and also like video game boycotts in general don't usually work. Like with a lot of different controversies some video games have gone through, it sometimes makes the video game sell more rather than less. If somebody calls out for a boycott of a video game. I do feel really bad for Helena Taylor though. And I hope something can be figured out. Because like the thing is, like, she broke NDA for this because of how strongly she felt. And also like Santa Celine saying like, yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen's Zero dub VAs got paid $400 for the entire film. That is nothing for like a movie. Like, what the hell? So yeah, hopefully something can be figured out with that. I mean, I'm not gonna buy the game, at least not like initially. I might buy it used at some point, because I still want to play it. Like the best way I can think of like doing that, like I guess ethically, is just buying it used. So we'll see. We'll see what happens if like Nintendo puts out a statement, or if Platinum puts out a statement. All right, last thing. Let's talk about the Kingdom Hearts pilot. I have Riku's derp face here. So I watched this last week with Saber. Well, no, I didn't watch it with Saber. We watched the anime Mario movie first. We watched that on Twitch, and then I watched alone the Kingdom Hearts trailer, or not trailer, but pilot. This was this was uploaded by the director of the pilot, who is also, weirdly enough, the director of 8 Crazy Nights, which is just crazy to think. So yeah, the Kingdom Hearts pilot is just 11 minutes. It's gone now though, because Disney was like, "Hey, don't upload this." But he wanted it out there because he wanted because he actually posted on his channel, Seth Kearsley. He posted on this channel that he almost died. So he's like, I don't want the art that I worked on to go in vain or like not be out there. So he's been uploading stuff of things he's worked on before. So the Kingdom Hearts pilot is one of those. And it's a very short, like 11-minute thing. There's a lot of familiar things in this pilot of Riku, Sora, and Kairi on the island. And then like Sora wakes up from a dream, and he's in the gummy ship with Goofy and Donald. And they go to Agrabah, and like they go into the Cave of Wonders. They meet up with Riku. They meet up with Riku first, and fight some Heartless and stuff. there's like some placeholder like music stuff, like very generic, like early 2000s, late 90s like action music. Um, but the they go into the Cave of Wonders. Riku gets the lamp. He gets like kind of corrupted or whatever. Um, but yeah, it seems like it could have worked like as a cartoon, though. The thing is, it probably wouldn't be the right time for something like that. Back then, especially when Kingdom Hearts was like very new. Um, I think it would work now because like a lot of people know Kingdom Hearts. And I think it would work either well as a cartoon or an anime. Um, we just have to see, but this animatic is really nice. There's some funny things in it, like this whole thing with like Riku saying like the magic lamp, and he's like has a derp face. Um, but yeah, definitely if you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, definitely seek it out and watch it. It's definitely it's a very interesting um piece of like lost media history. Since it's not lost anymore. It's out here. So I hope that at some point that if Disney decides to do like an anime or a cartoon, that they'll look back on this and say like, how can we improve this, or how can we like make this into something that we're intending to do before. Because I think it would definitely work now. With how popular Kingdom Hearts is, and just like how many people who know everything about Kingdom Hearts. I would love a Studio Trigger Kingdom Hearts series manifesting. That would be very fun. Um, but yeah, that's the last thing I wanted to talk about. So if you have anything you want to talk about in the comments on the chat, either you can use a super chat or just ask questions, and then we'll just chill here for a bit. So I'm gonna put on some music while I change this over. And you can just ask some questions. I should have had the music just ready to go. Um, let's see. Whoa. Like music for streams. Hold on, where was it? Was it this one? Whoa, that's too loud. All right. I also might do some Splatoon after this stream on Twitch. Let's put it like. Let's do that right now. Okay. So. Can you double check that you don't have the Bowser? What Bowser? Actually, I might turn this down a little bit. Whoop. Alright. What about G4? Oh yeah, G4. I'll probably talk about that next week, on the POS podcast. We didn't have it on the document this time. Oh, that I don't have the Bowser. Oh, the Bowser amiibo. I can check that real quick. Yeah. How's my night going? It's going pretty well. Also, Brandon King saying that whole thing about the Gerard finding out he's lost his job through a tweet is very awful. No one should find out that way. Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, G4 is basically canned. They're like, oh yeah, we're not gonna work on this anymore. Let me see. I do have my spreadsheet here of like my amiibo stuff. Where's the Skylanders one? Okay, Okay, yeah, I don't have either of the the Bowser Skylanders stuff. Yeah, it isn't the same, to be honest. Yeah, they kind of failed to like appeal to what people like now, and the thing is with channels like that, and I was also watching Pan's video on Cartoon Fridays, and how a block like that wouldn't work today. Um, just because of how TV is different and how entertainment itself is different with like streams and YouTube and everything. Um, it's very hard to get people to get excited for a block of time. At least on TV. Like you could probably do something like that with I know Pan talked about in his video about like if streaming services did like, oh, so when we're releasing this new thing, we'll do like a special live stream of it, which that would be nice. I probably did watch episode of the Owl House season 3. I haven't seen season 3 yet because I haven't caught up with season 2. So I need to do that. I might talk about it on the podcast next week. If I catch up with it. Oh yeah, they had the DC announcements today. So yeah, they talked about like the Batman spinoffs. I was talking about this with Jax earlier, and he was saying like, oh, if they do a Clayface one, they better have like some like cool looking like Clayface stuff, and not just make him like a deformed guy. I think the only animated block that still has a life is Animation Domination on Fox. Yeah, and that's because I hate to say it, like the normie like old people watch it. Trends come and go really quickly. It's hard to adjust to that on TV. Yeah, it's hard to do to like. It's been really hard for TV to adapt to the new way that things work with the internet being the way it is, where you can just like you can get whatever you want whenever. There's this caricature in the Owl House named V, and she reminds me of Fluttershy. Oh. Also, hello, Senkri. I'm just gonna chill here for a bit, and then I might move over to Twitch just to uh uh play some Splatoon for a bit. Do I think the Chris Pratt Mario voice is terrible? I have to wait more because we didn't hear that much. I'm hoping that the we might get like a full trailer, and sometime in December. Speaking of DC, here that Esmeralda has pled not guilty. If convicted, like he could face 26 years in prison. Wow. Interesting. I'm not sure what I'm not sure what Warner Brothers is gonna do with that then. Being on the internet for so many years, information just comes too quick. Yeah. Yeah, DC being DC as usual. I'm excited about the bracket fight thing that I'm gonna be doing on Friday, because I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. Interacting with the chat and seeing which matchup is gonna win for each. Have you seen Hasbro's plan for a G5 on 2023? Yeah, I have. And it seems like it lines up with what they ordered. Because the two like seasons, are actually just gonna be like the next batches of episodes that they've been working on of the 23 episodes, that was originally ordered, as well as the two other specials that are gonna come out next year. What's your favorite Disney TVA newer cartoon? Give me a year. Like, what's the cutoff date for newer cartoon? Because something that seems newer to me might not seem newer to other people. It's definitely in line with the old Netflix list we saw a while back. Yeah. (2019) forward. If we're going 2019, I might say Amphibia. (2017) forward. Oh, if it's 2017, then DuckTales. Because that came out that year. Really like Milo as a show, but it got solved. Got solved. Oh, or I guess shoved to the background and got canceled. Okay, yeah, yeah. I haven't seen anything of Milo. So this on Twitter. Servers dressed as Power Rangers at California restaurant fend off attacker who was choking woman. Oh my god. Power Rangers are real. And look at some newer, yeah, if it starts at 2017, then I would say DuckTales. Huh, that's interesting. They include Monsters at Work on this list. Plan to get the deluxe DuckTales art book. I don't have many art books. I do have the art books for like Shantae and Adventure Time. I'd like to get some more though. Like I want to get the art book for the My Little Pony movie. That one's pretty nice. Talking about the 2017 movie. I'm not sure if the G5 one has a art book. Shonen or Isekai? I think I've seen more Isekai than Shonen. Because the only like actual Shonen shows I've seen are Dragon Ball and My Hero. Do you think Tartakovsky will return to make more Dexter like McCracken for Powerpuff? I don't think so. I think Tartakovsky is more into making more original stuff, which he is doing with like Unicorn Warriors Eternal. And the thing like with McCracken, like he's pitched like original shows, like a ton of original shows before that they've all been shot down. Yeah, he mentioned that on Twitter and saying like, well, I guess I'll dig up the old ones. Do you ever consider bulking up? I am going to try to exercise a little bit more just to work on my upper body a little bit, but not like bulking up, just to like feel a little more lean. Which Jax actually gave me some advice on that. G5 got no art book. It sure has plenty of concept arts online. Yeah, it might get an art book at some point. Amphibia Marcy's journal is going to come out in December. It's going to be like the Gravity Falls Journal 3. Oh, interesting. That reminds me, there's a lot of Adventure Time books I want to get, because I got the Art of Ooh, the art book for that. But I still want to get the you know, the Enchiridion and the Marceline's scrapbook. There's also like the Adventure Time encyclopedia. I don't have that one either. There's like a bunch of different like books I have on my Amazon wishlist that I want to get. Like I want to get the different like Zelda books that they have out. Not the like manga stuff, but like the encyclopedia and the Hyrule Historia. And the I'd like to get the Final Fantasy like Ultimania books. I give you my copy of the MLP art book. Oh, that would be very, very nice. I'd love to have that. You see that Del Toro's Pinocchio is getting rave reviews? Yeah, I did see that. Like he was at like the red carpet with the little Pinocchio. He was like showing off. I'm not sure if there's going to be a theater near me that'll play that like in theaters, because I know it's going to be in select theaters. But I'll definitely watch it on Netflix. Did you try all the Adventure Time video games? Not all of them. I've played Finn and Jake's Investigations, and I've played Secret of the Nameless Kingdom, and I've played Pirates of the Enchiridion. But there's a couple others I haven't played. I haven't played Hey Ice King, why'd you steal our garbage? And I haven't played the like Epic Quest one, and I haven't played any of the VR ones. I think it's only one VR one, because there's like the Magic Man VR game. And I've tried like some of the mobile games before, but not too many of them. Eventually, I would like to do like a video on all the Adventure Time video games. You ever watched She-Ra and the Princess of the Power? No, I haven't watched She-Ra. Oh. I think, I'm trying to think of... Have I seen Arcane? I have seen Arcane. Arcane's very good. I'm not as into it as other people are, though, because, like, people are, like, really into Arcane. But I'm not so much either. I can acknowledge that it's definitely very impressive. I'm very excited for Ciderfest, because I'll be going to that. Ponyville Ciderfest, the first weekend of November. I'm very excited about doing that. Want a copy of Lego Jurassic World for the Switch? Funny thing, I actually have that digitally, but I would like a physical copy. But I do have a digital version of that. What animated stuff have I seen lately? I've seen Cyberpunk Edgerunners. That's one of the most recent things I've seen. That was really good. Other than that, the new Pony show. I'm trying to think of some other things I've seen recently. If you like Kamika Glenn, wait till you see Kiff is coming out Disney Channel 20. Yeah, I talked about that earlier. In the show. I'll be giving you so much stuff in his physical. Oh, well, thank you. I did talk to some people about a panel we'll be doing at the con, because we're gonna do a Jackbox panel, but it's gonna be like an 18+ one. So I just called the panel Jackbox Unhinged, and it's gonna have a lot of us on there, and hopefully a very interesting guest who hasn't really been on any of our panels before. Hopefully, they can make it. Because there's also a vendor as well. Chainsaw Man and Bleach's final season are both good. Oh yeah, I did watch Chainsaw Man. I haven't seen the episode that came out this weekend though. I need to watch that. Wait, did it already come out this weekend, or does it come out like tomorrow or today? Do you think it's possible for Hollywood to remake bad movies into good movies? Yeah, I think so. I think there's been some cases of that happening. I'm trying to think of a case where that happened, where like a bad movie has been made into a good movie. Or remade into a good movie. There's a feature on Rift Tracks game via Steam where you can edit and upload clips of your own choice into it. I can only imagine the pony clips you would use. Oh yeah, that would be interesting. Chainsaw Man is Tuesdays? Okay. So it hasn't come out this week then. We'll go on for a little bit more here, and then I'll move over to Twitch just to play some Splatoon for a bit. Should you bring the video now to Ciderfest? I mean, just if you want to show people. Because you were like playing like a pony episode on it last time, weren't you? Let's see. I think this bit rate actually did help. Because I'm not seeing like any dropped anything since I changed the bit rate for this stream. It's been like excellent condition the entire time. That's good. I say maybe the Mario movie, his trailer is emblematic of his quality. I wouldn't consider that a remake, though. That's more like a new iteration. It's Anthology 7? Oh, interesting. I think like the other panels we'll be having will be like the typical ones that we usually do. The schedule should be out soon. I'm not sure when. Because they did show us like a preliminary schedule, but we'll just have to wait. It should be out this week for the schedule. I've been trying to think of like different cartoons I would want to watch on Twitch or react to them, or let's just like talk about them. Because on the poll I posted on Twitter and also on YouTube, most people want to see like weird or obscure cartoons, or like the second place was like old cartoons. Because I did find this one Twitter called comedy for animators, and it has like a lot of old cartoons and like some cartoons I've never even heard of. As far as like old cartoons that look very interesting. They had to change some stuff last minute, but they just sent out the confirmation emails the other day. What, for like panel stuff? But yeah, I did get my my panel confirmations. PBS Kids cartoons? Maybe some weird ones. Because I was going like more broad on the poll that I put up. Super Mario Brothers Super Show is YouTube for free. Any of those would be fun. Oh yeah, yeah, that'd be fun to react to. Because I haven't seen many of those. I've only seen a little bit as a kid when it was like doing like reruns and stuff. I've only seen the first season of Dragon Prince. I haven't caught up with it. Oh, you're a volunteer at Ciderfest. Okay. But yeah, I did get the confirmation emails for the panels, and I said like, yeah, it looks good. Other than like we might have some more panelists on a couple of them. Did you see any Ralph Bakshi cartoons? I have seen a few of the movies. I haven't seen all of Ralph Bakshi's movies though. Just a random thing. I noticed there's not a single bad theme song for PBS Kids. Huh. My Hero's my favorite anime. My favorite anime is Madoka Magica. That's when I was starting to like get into anime a bit more, and that one connected with me a lot. Oh, I have seen Made in Abyss. That is also one of my favorites. It's probably my second favorite just because of the music. I wouldn't call Made in Abyss comfy though. Definitely not comfy. You're in the special events department, so helping with charity and other events. Oh, okay. Yeah, they did ask me about doing the MC for one half of the charity thing, but I said like only if like Race or Saber are also doing it because I work well off of them. Made in Abyss is not fun for the whole family. Alright, let's see here. I think I'll go ahead and start up the stream on Twitch. I'll just put a starting screen on there. And then I'll move over there. Any favorite crossovers? I'd have to think on those. Whoopsie. Alright, let me go ahead and, I'll drop a link for the Twitch, and I'll be there in a little bit. So... Thank you for coming out to the new stream. I'm going to be streaming some Splatoon 3 in a little bit. Just over on my Twitch, which I just dropped in a link. And I'll see you guys next week for the podcast. Or this week on my Twitch, if you watch my Twitch. So, thank you everybody for coming by, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Unless you're gonna be at the watching me play some Splatoon 3 soon. And in that case, I'll see you in like a few minutes. Bye.